Hey, and welcome back to Ursula's Farmhouse Kitchen. Today I would like to show you how to make crock pot spaghetti. And I'm really going to just cook it on the stove tonight, but you can make it in the crock pot if you'd like, or the Instant Pot. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and brown up a pound of this ground beef chuck. And I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil in my pan. This is over 2 pounds, so I'm just going to do half of this meat. I only cook half of the package. Okay, let's let that get warmed up. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you the ingredients that we'll need tonight. After I cook the meat, I'll, of course, drain the grease off. And I'll chop up 1 Vidalia onion. And I'm going to be using 4 fresh cloves of garlic, minced. And I'll be using a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of basil. I'll be using 1 teaspoon of salt. And a dash of black pepper. I'll also be using a can of diced tomatoes, just a 14.5-ounce can, and a large 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. And tomato paste, I will be using only 2 tablespoons, so not the whole can of this. Alright, and you can also add other vegetables, but I'm just going to do onions, and I'm going to have mine as a meat sauce, so I'm going to use ground chuck with mine. And I'm still waiting on this stove to get a little bit hotter so I can cook this meat. It's trying to warm up. Okay, while that is getting hot, I'm going to go ahead and chop up my onion. Now it's starting to heat up. I like to use this little chopper tool because it makes everything ground up fine.
not walk with him. I'm in his hands, he carries me home and frees me from all my burdens. I have no fear, there ain't no doubt, he's by my side, he shines his light upon me. And when I'm weak, he's always strong, his love for me will lead me home, lead me home to the Father's house. I'm in the Father's house. I say a prayer and he takes me there, home to the Father's house. Here in his house, there is a light. It is shining for you and me. Just open your heart, open your eyes. He will show you his might and glory. And though I slip, I never fall. He lifts me up and turns his face towards me. And in his eyes I see his love. I take his hand, he leads me home, lead me home to the Father's house. I'm in the Father's house. I say a prayer and he takes me there, home to the Father's house. Come and see what I have seen. Come and sing his praise with me. All your pain he'll wash away. He'll break your chains and set you free. And you be free here in the Father's house. Come to the Father's house. Just say a prayer and he takes you there.
I'm going to go ahead and put in my teaspoon of salt. And some freshly ground pepper. The onion is getting softer, but I'm going to let it cook a little bit more and get it kind of caramelized. And then I'll drain the fat off the meat. Okay, the meat is browned. The onions were cooked with the meat, and it's draining right now with paper towels. So now I'm going to put this in my saucepan. I've got one of the largest ones that I have here. Um, go ahead and put the meat in there. Okay, that's one. Having to get my teaspoon to help me. Okay, I'm going to give this a stir. So I'm stirring up the meat and onion mixture with the tomatoes and the crushed tomatoes and the tomato paste. And so far I just have salt and pepper in here. And we'll add the spices in just a minute, the other spices. Okay. All right. We did not add the garlic yet. I just thought about that. We have to have 4 cloves. Okay, these don't have to be perfect because I'm going to put them in a press anyway. I've got a Pampered Chef garlic press, and it's amazing. I can put 4 at one time in there. So I'll just hold it up. I think I'm going to take some out. Let's do 2 at a time. All right, that's 2 garlic cloves. Let's do the other 2. Oh, goodness. It sprayed all over the stove. My goodness. All right. And now to that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of basil and a teaspoon of oregano. Okay, there's my basil. And the oregano. Now let's give that a stir. And I'm going to let this simmer on, I'm just going to let it be on medium heat at first. And then when it starts bubbling, I'll put it on low. And I'm going to let it cook really and truly for an hour because I want it to really simmer. and I want all the flavors to marry together. All right. I wish you could see my stove. It's got garlic all over it. And I'm going to put my lid on it. All right. And I'll just start cleaning up while this is cooking. I do want to recommend this Parmesan cheese. This is Parmesan Romano. It has no cellulose powder, so there's no wood chips in this cheese. And it's amazing. It's really good. You can tell it's authentic. But anyway, I'm going to be letting my spaghetti sauce cook. And this can be cooked in a crock pot for 3 hours, or you could put it in an instant pot for a lot less time. I would just have to see on the Instant Pot. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm just going to be cleaning up now, and I will be using angel hair pasta because we like thin noodles. We don't like thick, gummy noodles. So I'll be using angel hair pasta, and I'm going to put together a little Caesar salad kit. They didn't have a lot of fresh lettuce to choose from this afternoon, so I had to, resort to a salad kit. But that's fine. That's easy. And I'm going to use some garlic naan bread. Let me show you what I'm going to use. It's at Publix. It's called Stonefire non-roasted garlic, and it's delicious. The only thing I do is spread a little olive oil on it and warm it up in my air fryer for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And I serve it with our salads and spaghetti, and it is so good. So I hope y'all enjoyed watching the recipe tonight, and I hope y'all have a great night.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first